How's it going? It's Jackson Mixed It. Today I'm going to be mastering a song from start to finish. If you didn't see the last video, I mixed this song from start to finish, and I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. Obviously, I don't do everything within the time of this video. I hear the song multiple times, and I go in and I make more adjustments, and I made some adjustments, cleaned it up, did some more cool stuff with the mix. So if you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out, because now I'm going to master that same song. I'm going to do my general mastering process here, and I always come back in, always readjust, always make sure things are tighter than they can be, always make sure I'm having less distortion than I could possibly imagine, and making sure everything is beautifully done. Let's go. So the very first thing I'm going to do with this is run everything through my SSL Fusion and my mix bus compressor, lock that in, and then we're going to work with what we got. There's no one size fits all when it comes to this, and especially with me, I really play everything by ear. I'm going to go ahead and send this to my Fusion, and I'm going to pull up the IO plugin, go to line 5.6, because I know my Fusion is on line 5.6, input and output. I had to move my piano so I could get a better camera angle over here. Disable all these individual modules, and just let's listen to it on the hook and see what it sounds like. Okay, so very simple, not much of a difference, but seriously some good extra clarity, some good extra punch. And I wanted a little distortion on that kick. I feel like this song is a cool song to play into some of that distortion that you hear in a lot of big hip hop records. Now what I'm gonna do is run it through my mix bus compressor. Actually amazing what it's doing there. I didn't touch a single setting. I just popped it in, and that's exactly how I want it. Since it's super light, I mean, we're getting around, what, 3 dB of compression at max, 4 dB at max. So in that case, I have my release as fast as it can go and my attack as slow as it can go, just controlling things in between the transients.
This video is brought to you by my $25 hybrid master special. Once you dial in your next song's mix, I'll help you bring it to a competitive loudness and dress it with some beautiful analog characteristics. Use the link in the description, and upon purchase, you will receive instructions on how and where to send your track. Move fast, because this offer won't last long.
I'm gonna leave the transformer off on the mix bus compressor. And now what I like to do is take it through. I'm gonna go with a standard SIR audio standard clip and just kind of clip some of these peaks off. As you can see, we've got some stragglers there, which we have no desire to have them make our limiter work harder than it should. So as you can see, we're barely clipping off these peaks here, and that's gonna just keep our limiter from having spikes randomly, which ultimately will play into the long-term game of as little distortion as possible. Now, the next thing I like to do is actually use Apple's AI assisted mastering just to get a tone suggestion and also get, hear what it suggests as far as the width, and that's always fun. I'm gonna reduce it a tiny bit to 80%. Nice, nice, nice. Now, let's try some things. I'm gonna pull up Saturn 2. This is a unique trick you can do if you want some, ironically enough, smooth high end. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set this to -1, not -124. Let's see what the Oxford inflator does with this. It's already sounding crazy thick, so I'm not sure I'm gonna roll with it. I like it. Next thing I'm gonna do is introduce our first limiter. And I always turn these suckers on 32 times oversampling. Very CPU intensive. So you want a loud master, but you don't want distortion. Here's a trick for you to try. When you start introducing your limiter, put it into whatever mode you want it to be in. I'm gonna go with dynamic, and then move your attack as slow as it can go and your release as fast as it can go. That's gonna set the limiter in the mode that's the loudest. And what you're gonna do is start slowly bringing it up. And as soon as you start hearing distortion, you start cranking these back until it's gone. So in most cases, I would use multiple limiters to get my desired LUFS, but we're already at minus 8.8 here. And the reason we're able to get there so fast is because each step I took is increasing the perceived loudness of the track. And that's really the goal here. So that's the first initial master that I would do, master version 1. Obviously, like I said in the beginning of this video, this isn't all I do. I end up coming back. Obviously the client a lot of times has revision requests. I take this master, I listen to it in the car, I listen to it over my AirPods, on my phone. And that final listening stage is where I make my last decisions on what's best for this track and what's gonna keep it as transparent and translatable as humanly possible. That's essentially it, guys. Thank you for watching. All right, bye.